Should I be worried about my work experience if I win the diversity visa lottery? So many people are applying for the diversity visa lottery, and we have seen many winners. But people are worried, do not understand when we talk about work experience. And the winners sometimes are getting confused. And recently, some people shared some of the data. How many people up to today have been going to the US Embassy and consulates around the world for the visas to be issued under diversity visa program? How many have been given the visas? How many have been rejected the visas? And so many people have been rejected. Almost 50-50 or 40% of people have been rejected, have been denied the visas. And not many people have the minimum education requirement, the high school requirement. So, whether, first of all, you have high school, you have bachelor degree, you have master's, doctorate, you are still required to put your work experience in the section of the work experience. But if you have high school education and above, they are not going to deny you the visa if you don't have the work experience. But you have seen so many people who are the winners don't have a high school education. So for that particular case, rely more on work experience if they don't have a high school education. And to some extent, the regulations, you listen to me very careful on this one, the regulations for the diversity visas don't care the score or the grades you get as long as you prove you have completed your high school, 12 years of schooling inside the classroom. You are supposed to be given the visa. But I know there are some of the few embassies around the world or in some countries, sometimes they say you must get a C on mathematics or C in English, whatever it is. That's the point I want to make. So even if you have high school with all A's, just to be in a safe side, make sure you fill work experience properly. So that just in case if something comes up in your education, you cannot come later. Oh, by the way, I have this work experience. They are going to look on your DS260 Form, the visa form you filled. So you have to know how to fill the visa form properly. And not all the work experiences are going to be allowed or meet the requirements. You must have at least 2 years of work experience. But there is a key word they say, 2 years of qualifying work experience in the past 5 years. Qualifying is a key word because not all work experiences qualify. And what makes the work experience to be qualifying? They have what is called the ONET online database. The Department of Labor put all the jobs there. And each job has the categorization. And there is something called SVP. Is a range. So any job which doesn't have 7.0 and above, that job doesn't qualify to be considered as a qualifying work experience for the diversity visa program. So some people have 2 years of experience, but they didn't know how to properly write that work experience. Maybe you put a wrong title. Let's say, for instance, someone usually is teaching on what we call in Africa and some countries we call tuition program. That means when the students finish studies in the afternoon or during the holiday, they go to a certain person is teaching them some classes or courses. In US here we call after school programs. So those we call tuition, just like to Study when you go to the school, you already know some stuff. If you don't have the teacher, you are good to go. But how do you write that one? There are certain things, they are here in the US, they are not in your country. So, are you going to write as a tutor? Or are you going to write as a substitute teacher? Are you going to write as after-school program teacher? So you have to know which is the proper terminology, and before you write it there, you have to go to the ONET online database of Department of Labor to look, does this one fit there, if that is your job responsibilities, because you will see these are your job responsibilities, these are requirements, qualifications. So if you have those one, you have to put the correct terminology to use that. So that's what I'm trying to people to understand. So you find out someone is, oh, I have 2 years of work experience. Oh, I have it. I'm a bus conductor. It doesn't qualify. I'm a cook. Yeah, where did you get the training? Culinary specialty training. Did you go to a chef school? Yes, you are cooking. Are you cooking at your home? Or are you cooking for a small market? Or are you cooking for the 5-star hotel? And if you say, I'm a chef versus I'm a lead chef, those are two things different. You have to know what you are going to write to reduce your chances. If you win the DV lottery, on the form, which is called the first notification letter that you have won the diversity visa lottery, the form when it is written, it will clearly say, in order to increase your chances of getting the visa, you have to fill properly the diversity, the DS260, the Department of State Form number 260, the visa form. Make sure you have all the qualifications and fill the form properly to increase your chances. Because, for instance, in the DV 2021, the winners were 133,000. But the maximum visas will be issued 55,000. DV 2022, there are over 121,000 winners. Ask yourself, why do they give over 55,000 visas? Why are they not selecting just 70,000? They are selecting 121,000. Meaning there is no sort of feel sympathy, whatever, when they deny you the visa. You don't meet the qualifications. If you put poor work experience below 7.0, you are out. There is no any other talking about it. So make sure you know how to put the work experience properly. When you fill the DV lottery application, there is no any place to put the number of years of work experience. But once you win, you have to know for sure you put it properly. Especially if you have high school or don't have high school. Because I know some countries, they have the grade requirement. They might ask you, I have a secret for you. Listen very careful on this one. If your country, let's say you are in the country, maybe Sierra Leone, I'm giving an example. Or let's say your embassy, whatever country it is, they require the grades, and you know you don't have those grades, you are allowed to change the location of the interview to another country, which you know for sure they don't ask those documents, so you can go and do the another country. Simple like that. So those are some of the few things I want you to understand. So that's why when the results are out, there is no competition to finish filling the DS260. There is no competition. Make sure you fill the DS260 properly. Once you finish everything, then submit. You do not know, find a way to know. Don't rush to fill the form and then you are coming down the road to be denied the visa for things which are avoidable. Those are the things I want you to make sure you understand. They are very, very critical. It is very bad to win the lottery and be denied for things which you could write it properly and be able to get it. So don't rush. Fill the form correctly. Learn the requirements before you go to fill the form. This is EBM. Thank you.